Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of The Laid Back Trader with me, Mark. Please bear with me today. I'm still suffering from tonsillitis, which absolutely sucks. But I'm determined to keep everybody up to date with my trading. So, as you may have guessed from the thumbnail of this video, this has been the best month so far. I am edging ever closer to that baller money, or that Lambo money, as everybody likes to say. So, really pleased with it. Third month, and third month in profit. So, as you can see here from the equity curve, it was a bit of a roller coaster. I had my biggest drawdown, classic drawdown, was 1668. Then I got back up to 972. Then I went back down to 1400. Then I sorted my life out. And then we went all the way up to and finished on 3,549 and 39 pence. To which I immediately, because FTMO allow you to change your profit split day as long as it's been 15 days since the start of your trading month, which thankfully it had been. So I immediately changed my profit split day. I did this on the Friday, and then I moved my profit split day to the Monday, the 11th. So what did I take home? And literally, I've already got this in my bank account, which is absolutely fantastic. So they evaluated my account yesterday on the profit split day, and then I requested the profit split. Obviously, I wanted all of it, and they gave it to me today. So I got £2,839 and 47 pence, which is really, really cool. Do you know what else is really cool? I'm really, really pleased that I found this, because I had no idea that this existed. But I found this little certificate section on the account, and it tells you, it gives you them every time you take a profit split. They give you a little certificate. So this one was it can't enlarge it. This one was for obviously this month. So today it's dated the 12th of July 2022. It's got a QR code, so any of you doubters out there can scan that and check it out and see, look, it's real. And then I've got my two other profit split days there. So really, really pleased. I took 800, then 750, so slightly declining. And then boom, now we're starting to make some pretty significant money, which I was really, really pleased about. And also, I got this bronze award here, which if we hover over this, will tell you that it's $5,000 or the equivalent, or over $5,000. So, owing to the exchange rate, we know what the GBP is doing against the USD. So, give it another couple of weeks, and it probably wouldn't have got this. But we can see that I got the bronze award because total I've taken out, or profit share, has been 4,391, which is apparently over $5,000. So, really pleased with that. And then they tease you. Oh, I've got my one for passing the challenge and passing the verification as well, which is really cool. And then they tease you. This is what they do. They bait you. They say, right, well, if you want the silver award, then you need to do $10,000 plus or equivalent. If you want the gold award, where the real ballers hang out, then it's got to be $20,000 plus or equivalent. And then where the absolute OGs hang out is the platinum award, which is over $50,000. So obviously, being ridiculously competitive, I really want the silver and I really want the gold. So I'm going to go for it this month. I'm going to go see if I can get somewhere close to, I don't know why I'm even saying this, but I'll try my best to try and get near the sort of like £10,000 mark for this month, if I can. I'm sure when you hear from me next month, I'll be like, oh, I've made another £800. But we'll see. Let's stay positive. And then last one is the max allocation. So I'm about to move house, and what I will do is once I've moved house, because it's pretty stressful doing the challenge, I will get settled in. I've got a whole massive office thing or annex in the back garden, and I'm gonna deck it out. It's gonna be real baller. I'm going to get a massive 8-foot desk. I'm going to have I keep fish, so I'm going to have fish tank either side of me. And then I'm going to obviously buy all my screens. I'm going to get one of those huge curved screens. It's going to be epic. And then I'm going to do the challenge again. I'm going to do another £140,000 challenge, and I am going to merge the accounts, so I'll have £280,000, which will give me the max allocation, and then I can unlock this very alluring, cool blue certificate. Cool. So let's go into it. Go into the client area. I've already started today. I couldn't help myself. Already started trading. I'm £256 up. Yay. But this is the one we want to look at. So let's look at the metrics and go into it. Because there's some cool stats in here that I'm pleased with and some that I'm not so pleased with. So the max daily loss. So the max I lost was just over £3,000. The total max loss, wait, that doesn't make sense. Max daily loss was that, and then the max loss was that. That's confusing. How's the max daily loss more than the max total loss? That's really bizarre. Anyway, and then the profit is this. The profit split was fully processed and the payment was sent to you. Yes, it was. It's in my bank. Thank you very much. I've already spent it. I haven't. I've mentally spent it, but I've done the sensible thing and put it in my savings account. So here's the metrics here. We did 25 trades. The risk to reward ratio was below 1, so it's 0.76, which is a little bit disappointing. Traded with a lot of lots, 276 lots in total. The thing I'm most proud about is the win rate. I had a win rate this month of 68%, which I'm really, really pleased with. The bit I'm slightly disappointed, and I had a profit factor of 1.62, which isn't bad at all. The thing I am a bit disappointed with is obviously the risk to reward and the average loss to average profit. But I often put my stop loss to sort of just above break even, so I think they'll count they'll obviously count that as a win because you make £100 or £200, when realistically it's not a full win, so that'll definitely be skewing it. But I do risk too much sometimes, and I do lose hefty amounts. So what does this look like? I'm really pleased. Lots of green, which is what we want to see. I'll go through some of these trades that I took because I've become the absolute king of leaving money on the table. You would not believe. You wait till I show you this trade on USD Canadian dollar. Wow, I wimped out and this thing just ran, and mega ran. But anyway, so yeah, some really nice trades in there. I think the biggest one that I won was probably only about £1,200, so nothing special. I've started, as you can see, I have started using much bigger lot sizes. So I use 5 as sort of standard. A couple here where I've used sort of 2. I've used 10 and I've even used 30. That was a terrifying trade, I think. No, this was the one that okay, I'll show you this one. Remember this one, people. This is the trade here. I put 30 lots on USD Cad, and I'll show you exactly where I did it. And I wimped out and took £1,200 basically, but it could have been, I think, 15 or 20 grand if I'd have left it in. I was crying pretty much. I wasn't, but you know, because I'm hard and all that. But yeah, really, really pleased with how this looks. These stats, I've incorporated a lot more selling, which is doing me good. I'll show you how I sell trades. So was profitable both selling and buying. Yada yada yada. Ooh, what was the Euro CAD and GBP New Zealand dollar were the only ones I was not profitable on. Overall, trading 30 lot sizes, I was actually negative, so that's good to know. I think 30 is a bit too much. I thought I was I just got a bit too big for my boots when I started putting those on. But I'm happy with 10, and I'm even happy with 20 in some regards. Obviously, depending on what it is, I wouldn't put 20 lots on gold, for example. But yeah. So let me show you a couple of the trades, and I can kind of show you how I trade at the same time of doing that. My voice is just holding up, so we're all good. We'll start off with Euro Australian dollar. Now this was in a downtrend. It was in a downtrend all last week, and this is the 5-minute chart, believe it or not. But if we want, we can take it out to the hourly, so 4 hourly rather. So it's in slightly ascending channel, as it were. So I know, sorry, it's a bit ugly, but pay attention to this line and this line. We can see it's bounced up here, come back down, bounced up here, and then eventually it's come back down here. But at this point, because none of this has happened yet, we just knew that it was in a massive downtrend, and this is really quite an impulsive leg of this journey. It's not like this here where you saw it sort of went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and took a long time. It took a long period of time to get back up here. This is the bias. This is the direction it really wanted to go. So we were in this massive downtrend, and then if we break that down into the hourly, well, I always call it shelving. I don't know if anyone else calls it that. It might just be me being a weirdo. But when the market is this keen to move down, it will form little shelves, and this is where you see these ugly. I've made it look really disgusting. Put these little lines in left, right, and centre. But I'll take it down to the 5-minute, and I will show you some of the trades. I traded this quite a lot, but I will show you one in particular. Okay, cool. So here we go. Let me zoom in a bit more. We will get there, people, don't worry. Okay, so the beauty of these are, if price action could talk, moves down really quickly, okay? Doesn't take very long, that faces very little resistance, really wants to go down. And then obviously there needs to be a consolidation where sellers, take out their trades, and we get like a little bit of a retracement. So now, look at the behavior, up, down, reluctantly up, down, up, up. It's just slow. It doesn't really want to go this way. It wants to keep going in the direction that it went previously. So what we're looking for is it to form a nice shelf. So we want to find a nice trend line like here. I wouldn't have taken this trade because there was only 2 touch points on the trend line. This one here is a perfect example of, I think I took this one. I can't remember if I did or not. There was so many going on this week. But and then we get a 5-minute candle break. And that's what I do. So I look for 3 touch points on the trend line when we're in a nice downtrend. 1 here, 2, that forms the trend line, and then 3, this one here, that confirms the trend line. And that's what we want. We want this to be confirmed. And this is a continuation trade. I look for 3 touch points on the trend line on a continuation trade. It's a slightly different story because we have more area, more sort of confirmation and more confluence if we're looking at a trend reversal. But yeah, so I'm primarily looking for this. And then what I will do is I will sell the 5-minute candle break. So let's replay this one. Okay, let's replay it here. So that looks a bit tidier, doesn't it? Let's get rid of that for now. I don't need that anymore. Okay, so this is one of the trades that I took. And do you know what's really nice about this, okay, is I'm 90% sure I took this trade. Yeah, if I didn't, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure I did. So we've got this area here where the market reluctantly it got up to this level here. It had got up to, it tried to get above it previously here and faced a load of rejection. You see these wick rejection here. Got up, went down, got up, went down, got up, went down, formed like a triple top here, came back down and then broke through. Okay, so that's where we would have sold. And then if we were trading this one, sorry. But we didn't get 3 touch points, so we didn't want that. So then the market came back down, and then reluctantly, oh God, this is hard work, came back up. No surprise, where did it come back up to? That key level that I've marked in this lovely purpley colour here. came up to this key level, got rejected once, rejected twice, third time, fourth time, fifth time didn't really get close. Then we got a big bearish candle. Then it fannied around here for a bit. Then it tried to go back up one more time. And then we had the mother of all bearish candles. So I'm thinking, oof, we're on here. We've got 3 touch points. We've got a key area of resistance that it doesn't like. It's going to bust through at some point. Now all we need is a 5-minute candle break. Boom. Okay, well, that's one of my alerts going off on another trade that I'm looking at. Okay, so that's all we need is the candle to break below this this trend line, which I will tidy up a little bit here. Break below there and close. Okay, that's all I'm looking for to confirm that this bad boy is probably going to head down. And at the very least, where do we think it's going? It ended up going miles and miles lower. But for the short-term goal, where are you going to look for? You're always going to look for an area of structure that makes sense. Okay, so you'd hope that it would get down to about, let's go with the wick extensions here, it would get back down here. Now stop loss, what do I want? That's fib retracement. So short position, we'd enter there. Now stops, I always put my stops above the previous, the existing candle high. So I put my stop just a little bit above that, like that. And then obviously we drag this one down to here. Okay, is it at least a sort of 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio? Yes, it is. I really hope this is one of the ones I took, you know, because if I'm on quite a few drugs, none recreational, all medicinal. But yeah, let's see this one play out and see how it goes. Okay, gave it a little bit of concern there. Boom. There it is. Comes back up. Sometimes it comes back up to test this. It will test the 9 or the 50 EMA. I've got the 9's in blue. The 50 is in red. I can talk about them another time. Came back up. Might have given us a little bit of a scare, but bang. There it is. It's a really simple trade. And what did that take? We would have sold on that candle close. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes. Well, actually, no, 30 minutes. Take half an hour to move there, which, depending on how many lot sizes, it could be 10 grand. It could be a couple of £100. I can't remember what I took on that. Okay, so that's a good example. And this is what I mean. This is where I should be holding. Because if we zoom out, for example, imagine then I put my stop to break even. So I put my stop to break even. And let's put it on the 15-minute, and then let's live in a terrifying world, okay? Now, I don't know if it came back up against this level, but imagine that I put that to break even, press play. It might stop me out. Nope. Look at that. There we go. Here we go. Gee. Oh. Oh. That is painful to watch. Oh man. So this is this is one of the examples of the trades that I definitely didn't do that. I just took my money and ran. Believe it or not, that's not going to be the worst example that I show you, because I'm going to show you USD Cad now. Get ready to feel. Okay, so this one absolutely sucked, and you might have already seen where I'm about to talk about. So, USD Cad, we were looking for a buy here. If I make sure I get to the right point. Okay, so we'd made a huge move up to the upside. It's kind of forming an ABC. Well, we're hoping that it's forming an ABC pattern. Just ignore all of this around here. So what does an ABC pattern look like? Man, my charts are a bit dirty. I do apologize. The only thing that's clean is the lines, the red dotted lines that I use. So huge impulse up. Now this is a massive correction that we're looking at. This would be point A. So it's come back. It's going to go A, B. It'll come back up here. C down here, and then typically it would continue on this trend. But anyway, so we're assuming that the A wave has completed, and that we are now on the B wave, and we're waiting for signs of it to go up, basically. And I was waiting for USD Cad to. It was in a downtrend, as you can see, and I was waiting for it to show clear signs that it was going to reverse. We can also. I won't do it now, just because. I'll show you in a minute, but I'll show you what I mean by when I look at the indexes. So I was waiting for it to come a double bottom, just show resistance. It was absolutely finding support and showing absolute determination not to go back down. So we didn't have two touch points on. We only had 2 touch points on the trend line at this stage, but because we had this nice area of support stopping it from going down, I was happy to take the trade anyway. So let's watch it play out. That was a fake breakout, but actually that's important. So let's look at that a little bit closer. Now, that you could call that the third touch point on this candle here, the one that broke above and then wimped out and came back down. I would not have bought that because the candle did not close above this trend line. But this is why it's important. It's annoying when you think, oh my God, it's going to just run. It's going to run and I'm going to get a really bad entry, or I won't be able to enter it because my risk to reward ratio will be way off. You have to be patient. You have to be calm. You have to wait for a candle to close above this line. So that I wouldn't have bought there. I would have bought here though. And I remember this as if it was yesterday. Yeah, so we had nice consolidation. It doesn't want to go down anymore. It couldn't even get down to this previous level here, but it kind of almost practically made a double bottom. And then we got a really nice momentum candle here. Didn't quite close above, but this one did. So now we're in the trade. Is that fib retracement? Yes. This is my brain going. So long position. This is where we're in the trade. Stops would have gone down here. And take profit would have gone. I know where take profit would have gone. I put my take profit up here to be in line with this area of structure. You see, this is where the market was got to before, so it would make sense for it to do that again. Let's play it out, and I'll give you the depressing narrative. Look at it, look at it, look at it going. Didn't ever come back down, really test our stop. Okay, and boom. I'm going to stop there because that's where I took the trade out. I was $1,200 up. At one point, I think I was $1,400 up. It came back down here, and bear in mind, this candle here was red at one point when it was down here. I thought, oh no, it's going to come back. It might come back and test it. I want the 1,200. I think I was in a slight drawdown at the time. I wanted to get out of it. So I took the money out here. Massive, massive mistake. Because let's zoom out and then watch this bad boy ride. Now, this is the worst. Talk about FOMO. And there's no way to get back into it. It didn't give you an opportunity to get back into it. But maybe zoom in a bit more so you can see it. But yes, so wimped out on the first little retracement, pathetic, and then watch this bad boy go. Boom! How sad is that? That is really, really annoying. Mark got out here because he's a pansy. And it not only would it have hit his take profit, which I think was about $3 grand, $3 and a bit grand. But yeah, it then continued to go up here, and I honestly think that would have been around 14, 15, 20k. I don't even know what it would have been. There's 30 lots. So really, really depressing stuff there. But I'm just mesmerized and watching it now. But yeah, so I did journal this one. Speaking of which, but I have started journaling my trades, funnily enough. This is one of the ones I traded. Obviously, this is the one I was just showing you here. I've started, I've started journaling so I can remind myself of obviously that these work. This is exactly the trade that I just showed you, USD Cad. This is where move stop toss too tight, missed out. I've put 15k trade there, yeah, easily a 15k trade. Stopped out for 1.2k here. That was my original take profit along in line with this, and I stopped out here. And I bought 30 lots, so I was in a position to make some serious money. That is so annoying. And then successful sells. Again, I think I showed you these already. GBP odd. I didn't show you this one. Again, 3 touch points on the trend line. Well, I've written it here. 3 touch points on the trend line. Convincing rejection at key area of resistance. So this purple square here. 5-minute candle break. Remember, that's all we're looking for. So that red one there. If I put it in a slideshow, you might be able to see it. So that where this blue arrow is pointing to, the 5-minute candle break. And then what have I written? Wimped out way too soon. Took 500 quid profit here, where that red candle is there. I took £500 profit there when, well, if that's 500 quid, well, that's easily 10 grand. Probably more. My maths is terrible without drawing the line. But yeah, so all of these trades so far that I've journaled just say wimped out. So yeah, that is it in a nutshell. That is all the trades that I'm getting up to, all the lovely things that I'm doing. So that is it. I realise that I've gone well over 35 minutes now. So I will love you and leave you. I hope that wasn't just the ramblings of a drugged up person with tonsillitis. I hope you found some value in that. Please subscribe, like, comment. I love seeing your comments. I will try and do my best to reply to everybody. Give me any suggestions for more videos. Yeah, let's see if we can make more money next month and get into the baller sort of Hall of Fame with those FTMO certificates that we can get. Okay, all right. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.